starting in 2 minutes, guys. We got a special guest with us today, Madison, 50K Maven account, as usual, the best question for her. Give us a like, starting in just under 2 minutes. Check. Awesome. Okay, cool, guys. We're back. A special guest, Trader Madison. If you're not seeing what we do here, Madison, basically we're hanging out. Order filled. Shoot. Okay. I heard that right as we're starting the stream. We're hanging out. We got some questions running in chat. Nothing too serious. You know, if somebody asks any cool questions, we'll might pop them up and just ask you along the way. Yeah, so maybe start us off, you know, people that don't know what you do. What do you trade? How do you trade? How do you get into trading?
First of all, this is really cool, guys. I love this. And James, so good to see you as well.
Yeah, it's been a while. You're keeping well.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
It's actually been 2 years it's 2 years today since we did our podcast. Funnily enough.
Yeah, that was in December. That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know me, I am Mads. I've been trading for the last 11 years. I'm from the UK, if you can't tell from the accent. And I predominantly trade GBP USD and predominantly London session, beginning of New York session, then I'm done for the day. So yeah, that's brief about me.
Yeah, cool. We see a lot of probably crypto traders, NASDAQ traders, gold traders. Not much for Forex. Why are you sticking with, you know, pound dollar?
I think like I came into this industry when it was pretty much just Forex that was being taught. I think nowadays obviously it is a lot more like options, futures, crypto, indices. But I've just stuck with what I know. I've thought about stepping into futures. I've looked at indices, like I do mark up indices charts, but I'm just very comfortable trading what I know. And every time I try to like veer off and do something else, that's kind of when it goes a little bit pear-shaped. So I've just kind of learned to stick with what I know and keep it simple because it works. I make money. What's the point of me overcomplicating it?
Yeah. That's something you just mentioned that James and I talk about occasionally, is kind of this like strategy drift sort of thing where, you know, we find something that works and then we're like, oh, but we could be making more. Right. And then we start playing around and like, okay, maybe I'll trade the power hour as well now. And I don't know how to trade the power. I know how to trade the open, maybe. Right. And then, you know, you forget that what works and you're like, okay, now I'm not profitable again. Yeah. But I just made money. And like, that's the goal. We can't sit with being happy, making money. Right. 100%. An interesting question then is, you know, how the heck do you do it? How the heck do you just sit and be bored with the one pair?
I think, do you know what? I think so I'll be honest, I've really struggled with like the psychological side of trading. I think a lot of that is to do with like outside life as well. But I think now I'm just obviously I'm a mom, so I'm just generally so busy. We have a podcast now, so I'm constantly editing anyway.
Yeah.
So I think just sticking with what I know in terms of trading just helps to keep the rest of my life balanced. So it's like trading is probably the thing I spend the least time on now, but it is still the one thing that makes me the most money. So I think I've just really understood the fact that less is definitely more with trading.
Yeah.
Like me sitting at my screen for hours a day trying to find trades is just so detrimental to my trading and to my mental health. So yeah, just keep it simple.
Yeah, isn't that ironic? The thing that you spend the least amount of time does you the best.
Exactly.
Right?
But people think you need to be on the charts constantly when that's actually not the case. One great setup might appear once a week. So there's no point forcing what's just not there. And I've realized that I make more money now I'm less on the charts.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess, like, how much time did it take you to get to the level you're at now, though? Like, because, there's some, I can't remember what the saying is, but it's like, if you can fix, an engine in 5 minutes, you're not, and they charge you 10K, you know what I mean? Like, you're not paying for the 5 minutes, you're paying for the 10 years of experience, right? Do you know what I'm talking about here?
Yeah.
It's like, how much time did it take you to only have to trade like whatever, you're like an hour a day sort of thing, to get
10
to that?
years.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So the thing that you probably spent the most amount of time on this, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely been a rough 10, 11 years.
Yeah.
Like life has really happened. Like I've had 2 kids since I started. I've got 2 degrees since I started. But I think you just with trading, it's just you have to be in it for the long game. Like you can't come in it and expect to see profits in the first year, 2 or 3 years. Like it really is something you have to stick out, and one day something just kind of falls into place that just helps you to stay on that track of profitability.
Hunter, she's flexing on us with her 2 degrees. I only got 1.
I got one and I don't use it.
I'll never use them.
Yeah. You know what's ironic is the best thing that came out of my degree was meeting John.
Sure.
Yeah, we
Did
went
you
to
meet
school.
him while you were studying?
Yeah, we went to school together, and
sick.
the irony of that degree is now a decent number of the people I went to school with now work for Maven.
That is insane.
but I was never into it was IT stuff, right? Development stuff. I was never a big IT nerd, so I was more the documentation sort of side of things and the front end sort of side of things. And
I
then
love that.
Ironically, the dumb kid in class ends up being their boss.
That literally is what they say. I think it's Robert Kiyosaki who wrote a book that said the C students work for the A students.
Yeah.
It's or the A students work for the C students, you mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much the case. I think the market might be dumping. I'm getting some order fills right now.
Are you short? Was your order short, by the way?
I think I'm a bull. I'm a bull under all conditions right now.
Sure.
Mads, what are you thinking about current market conditions with whatever pair you're looking at here?
I think GU is finally moving with some type of sense. I have literally had the worst, like the third quarter of the year was absolutely awful. Now I don't really tend to trade summer anyway, but of course, being a trader, we just kind of want to, I guess.
You got it.
Which was very actually detrimental to my trading. I probably should have just stuck to my rule of not trading summer. But now I'm like super happy because GU is actually doing what I want it to do and following my strategy. So we're back.
Yeah. The
How do you like the reason why I kind of moved away from the currencies was like the low volume sometimes. How's it been recently? I don't think I've looked at a currency chart in a good minute.
It's back. It's back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God. I think January, when Trump was elected, it was amazing. Like, I made so much money and I was able to take a break because I was like, right, we've started this podcast, so I'm just completely taking a break.
Right.
And then I came back and I was like, wait a minute, what is going on? Like, what is this? But now we're back in flow.
Sure. Yeah. I'll be honest, I haven't even looked at Forex at all in years now. But yeah, exactly what you said is this past summer, specifically October, actually, I guess that's Q4 now, but specifically October, I did so poorly that I just decided I'm just going to swing trade because exactly what you're saying. The less time on the charts is actually more, and the over trading was starting to get to me even after like so much experience. Do you swing trade or are you more of a day trader?
Yeah, I'm a predominantly day trader. I have moments where I scalp, and I have moments where I hold a trade for longer. But at the moment, I would put myself somewhere in the middle of swing and intraday trading. I mean, scalping and intraday trading, because I'm literally in for a couple of hours. I think I've just learned to just take what's there. So if it's a 1-to-1, a 1-to-2, I'm just going to take it, because I've realized the longer I hold a trade, the more likely the trade is to reverse and then either hit break even, hit stop loss. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll just take what I'm given and get out.
Yeah. Have you ever played around with time-based stop losses? Sounds like you're kind of saying that.
I haven't, no. I think I think I have PTSD from wicks from trading yen pairs.
Yeah.
So,
dude, they can be brutal. I remember that. Jeez, you'll be in yen quote pairs, and all of a sudden something happens, like 70 points.
Yeah. So when we did our interview, James, I was trading heavily euro yen. So that was my pair. And no, I can't do it anymore.
No, sure. I mean, I remember those days from the Forex days. I was when we met back 2 years ago, I was still predominantly trading FX. So I think, if you're making it work trading FX, doesn't really matter what you're trading. If you're passing, prop firm challenges, getting paid out, it's the same as, it doesn't matter what you're trading. Money is money at the end of the day. For me, I kind of turned away because I lots actually happened since our interview. I obviously got married and then had a child as well. So I understand how busy you are during that time too. It's busy. So mornings have been like a dog show for me. I'm like, no, I can't do mornings. I need to like have a little bit of a sleep in at least till 8. And then, that's why New York session is just, in me in South Africa, just works really well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, that was a nice question here. Before trading, what was a common 9-to-5 job that you held that you decided? So what did you do before trading?
So I've never had a 9-to-5. I was in uni. So I was in uni. I worked part-time.
You went straight from uni to trading?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I actually found I got into trading just before I started university. So I was 18 when I got into trading.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty early.
That's pretty young. Yeah, and then the whole time going through school, you were just doing trading instead of doing your studies, aren't you?
Yeah. So I was doing uni part-time, trying to learn how to trade, and then I found out I was pregnant. I was like, oh.
Yeah, life really threw you the curveball there. You never got the opportunity to realize what we're all running away from.
I literally have, I'm so grateful and blessed to say I have never worked a 9-to-5. I love that.
Yeah, I'm personally, I'm not very good at working 9-to-5s either. Working for somebody else is not.
I went from professional rugby to full-time trading.
Yeah,
so that's even
love that.
Yeah. None of us know how to actually work a job. Really, we're just degenerates, right? Trying to find a way to
I'll probably get fired in the first week. I'd say something.
This is what it is. I think I can't imagine someone telling me what to do.
Yeah. I recall when I was younger and I was working 9-to-5s, I would never actually work on the job I was hired for. I would just do my own. Like I would be running like some drop shipping business, learning trading, all of this jazz, and then a few months down the line, they're like, "Why aren't you working?" Right, and just jump to the next job.
love that.
Very
How you can.
just a terrible employee, but we do much better when we're working on our own things.
That's why we're traders.
Exactly. Yeah. The freedom is so important to some of us. Cool. So break down, like, what is your trading style?
Yeah.
Like, you're a day trader, but what do you actually follow? Is it ICT? Is it?
Oh no. So James knows how I feel about ICT.
Yes.
But no, I trade just literally simple price action. So support and resistance. Like, I'm talking basic support and resistance, Fibonacci, candlestick patterns, and candlestick formations. That is literally it.
Yeah. So let's say you sit down for the chart, like right now, for example. We don't have to pull up the chart if you don't want to. But what would you first immediately look for? Like, is there a checklist? Or is it just like, I have all these things?
Yeah, so on a Saturday or Sunday evening, whichever day I'm feeling like looking at the charts, while market's closed, I'll do a full top-down analysis on the monthly, from the monthly. So I'll do monthly, weekly, daily, and on there I'm just looking for support and resistance. So I'm just looking for any key levels that price may react from. And then from there, step down to the 4 hour. And again, I'm just looking at what kind of key areas are there that price may have some reaction from. And then 4 hour or 1 hour, that's kind of where I'm looking for that like fib retracement. And that's pretty much it. If I can see like a candlestick formation or a candlestick pattern forming from a, let's say, 78.6 or 70.9%. So 70.9% isn't a fib that's often used, and I'm pretty sure I actually got that from ICT years ago, before ICT was big, but it works, and I've held on to it. So from 78.6 or 70.9%, I'm trying to look for candlestick pattern, candlestick formation. And then obviously if I'm looking at buys, then I want to see a bullish engulfing from that retracement, and then that's when I'm going to get in, when I can see that confirmation.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's nobody ever really says anything that's like way out there, like something brand new, really. Like, unless you're a quant and you're working for a hedge fund and you're just doing statistical analysis, the actual traders that are just trading, it's always the same sort of thing. It's some sort of variation of buy low, sell high, right? Wait for a reaction that confirms that, hey, this is the bottom.
Literally.
Right.
Literally, I think like I've interviewed quite a lot of traders, and like you say, like we all are pretty much the same, but it is just the ones who trade what's it called, order flow. So order flow traders, that's the only type of different trader that I've seen where they literally don't even look at charts. It's just the orders that are coming in, and I'm like, what is that?
That to me makes no sense. And I would love to get an order flow trader on here.
I could probably get one. I know Umar Ashraf looks at a bit of order flow, but it's a lot of those from back in the day, those pit days where they couldn't really see charts when they're trading at the pit, so they used to see order flow.
Yeah. I did. We did an interview recently with a guy called Ryan. His Twitter handle is PIQ Suite. He'd be a really good one to have on. He's done everything. Like, he's been a market maker. He was a runner on the floor. Like, that's how he got started.
Yeah.
He's done everything.
Send me anybody like this. It'd be interesting, because I'd love to hear, like, how do you even quantify what a heavy order is? You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's just all complete self-interpretation and would take decades to learn. You know what I mean? But there's no hard set value for, like, this is where I want to enter sort of thing, right? Cool.
By the way, Mads, what time frame are you mainly trading on?
So I pretty much.
I know you said you do top-down analysis, but like
so on a day-to-day basis, I'm going to look at like the previous daily candle close, and then I'm literally looking from 4 hour down to the 1 minute. So I'll literally analyze every time for, well, I'd say I'll go from 4 hour to 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute, and then the 1 minute. So the 1 minute is usually my execution time frame. And that's just when I can see on the higher time frames that my fib levels are being met, support zones are being respected, and then I zoom down to get like that sniper entry.
Yeah,
sure, that makes sense.
Question from Ahmed. I'm going to alter his question slightly. He says, "How many trades per day, and when do you stop?" So I want to get a question like, you know, if you are kind of using the 1 minute scalping, more or less, I'd call that scalping. You know, how do you know and how do you control yourself to like when to walk away? Because you know you can just go into a spiral when you're trading on the 1 minute. Do you have any routine or system that keeps you in check?
I think it's definitely like very day to day, very much what's going on in my life. So today I've just been editing all day, and today's probably the first day in ages where I did overtrade. So I got a fresh account and I was like, right, I am sure that GU is going to do this, and I haven't done this in ages. So I'm very much of I'm not trading what I think is going to happen. I'm trading what I can see. But today I traded what I thought was going to happen and I got fucked for it. So like yesterday was a perfect trading day. I made profit target on one account and then I was like, I could see the trade. It literally hit TP and then would have hit my stop loss. So got out of that trade. That was beautiful. And then I could see the same setup happening. So I got up again on a different account. Again, banging trade. And it was literally just trading what I saw. But today, I think I came in with a little bit of extra confidence, a little bit of ego, and I was like, right, no, this is going to happen. And it didn't. So I think people need to remember as well, like as a trader, it's not like one day we wake up and we're the perfect trader. Like it's just not, it's not normal to have to battle through so many different emotions every single day, so many different things that we go through as traders. And I think people need to understand that you are just a work in progress. Like as long as you are a trader, you have to work on your psychology, and some days we're gonna have a shit day and we have to be okay with that.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the biggest ones I've had to learn. Like you're gonna have a shit day sometimes. Maybe you wanting to, you know, get short, you're a bit early, you take a loss, and then you miss your entry. That's why I do like trading different accounts, like multiple accounts. I know Hunter, you do this as well, but sometimes like you'll get smoked on the one set of accounts, and then the other set you'll have like a bang. That literally happened to me now. So I was actually just short the Nasdaq, but I was a bit early on my entry. Earlier, I got smoked on my one account, and then I took it on 3 accounts, including a personal now. So that goes to my question as well. Are you trading like multiple accounts, prop firms, personal? Like what are you doing at the moment, Matt?
Yeah, so I've got multiple accounts with different prop firms. I don't trade personal.
Sure.
I don't.
Any reason for that?
I just don't think the risk to reward just isn't there.
Yeah.
Like for as long as prop firms are around, what's the point?
I agree with that. Like, you know, it's like I used to trade quite over 100K personal account back in the day. And then when prop firms came around, and then when prop firms came around, I was like, so I could have a shit day and lose $5,000 of real money on my own account, but I could be on a prop firm, and if I do blow the account, I lose on 100K $500. I'm like, well, makes no sense. Yeah.
100%. I know, like obviously people have the argument of, you know, personal, you can withdraw whenever, like you're not like there's no rules. The psychology is different, but I just think I'd rather have the risk parameters that prop firms give, because I think that just helps with psychology naturally. If I'm just given 100K with free reign,
you could see it pretty quickly. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we got a question from Mary M. What's the thing that separates funded traders from challenge traders?
I would say the main 2 things are patience and discipline. So you've got to have the patience, like what we've just spoken about. You have to have the patience to know that you have to wait for your entry. So you may see your entry setup forming, but it's having the patience to know that let me just wait for that little bit more. But obviously that as funded traders, as traders that have been in the game for a long time, we still struggle with those things. So patience 100%, and discipline. I think people really underestimate discipline in how much that helps your confidence. So discipline in knowing that you're sticking to your strategy, but then also discipline in your outside life of like just doing the things that you know help your psychology. So for me, it's my 5 a.m. morning routine. So I wake up at 5 o'clock, journaling, meditating.
In London, you wake up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
No, that's wild, dude.
Before the London Open.
Yeah.
Oh,
the London Open's only at 8.
Yeah, at 8. But because I have kids as well, it's like it's my time to kind of prep my mind before the kids wake up, before I'm looking at the charts.
Yeah.
But I always say those things, as much as they're not directly correlated to trading, that massively helps my trading, because it's like I'm doing the things that I know make me a better person and make me a better trader in terms of like patience and just having that discipline to not enter the trade, because I'm disciplined in my outside life. So it's like everything kind of like flows through to trading. So that's kind of long-winded, but yeah, discipline and patience, 1000%.
Question about the kids. Did your trading change after you got the kids?
No, because when I got pregnant, it was kind of around the times when I was starting to make money. And when I got pregnant, I was very heavy in crypto. So crypto is actually kind of where I started day trading, but I got absolutely smoked day trading crypto.
Yeah.
So I think my trading has definitely adapted as I've had the kids. But at the same time, that kind of was like, that was the turning point for me anyway, if that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe kids make profitability.
Well, when I had my kid, I got smoked in the first month. I wasn't
really.
Yeah.
No, to be honest,
tired.
It was really bad at one point when I remember just after I gave birth to my son, I was in a Bitcoin trade and I was still in hospital.
Yeah, that's wild.
How'd the trade go?
I blew it.
Oh yeah. Just don't care about the kid. How'd the trade? Did you make money? Question from Nick. If you have second thoughts on a trade setup, how do you approach that? Like, let's say you're in a trade and now you start questioning it, right?
Do you know what? That was me today. And I got out of the trade and then I re-entered in the direction that I thought it was going to go, got stopped out by about 2 pips, and then it did what I expected it to do. So I think when you're in a trade, or I think even before you even take the trade, like, does this fit all of your parameters? Does this tick all of your boxes? And if it does, and it starts to look like it's not really going your way, then again, you have to have the patience to say, right, am I going to hold this and see if it does hit stop loss, or am I just going to close it? Because sometimes if you close a trade that you think is going bad, but you're in the right direction, I think sometimes that is more detrimental to your psychology than being in just a losing trade.
Yeah. Something I kind of look at is when it's going in the wrong direction is I just zoom out. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm starting to second guess it, the 15-minute, the 5-minute, like, these are all things that I love to trick myself with. Like, and I love to just gaslight myself and tell myself it's going the wrong way, I got to close it. And then I just like zoom out. I'm like, oh yeah, the trend is up, right? So, the 4 hours telling me it's going to go up. So who cares if there's a closure?
Exactly.
And just hold it on, like, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Is you get that 15-minute close that's coming against you, it's a solid close in the reverse direction, you're like, I got to get out of this, it broke structure, right? You close it out, and then 5 minutes later the next one comes up, and it's like, oh, okay, the hourly just gave us a really good close now. Okay, the hourly makes more sense. Okay, shoot, I'll jump back in at the top now and ruin all my profits.
Yeah, exactly. that is literally what it is.
Yeah.
Because then FOMO in greed.
How big are your stops on GU, by the way, recently?
Between 10 to 20 pips. I never really tried to get in for more than a 20 pip stop, because like you say, sometimes the volume just isn't there. So I'll just be sat in a trade and I'm just like, what was even the point of that?
Yeah.
Do you use hard
stops? That's pretty sharp on currencies.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking about, I think a lot of these questions are just Chat GPT generated because there is no way that somebody is using. The question is, in the event of a total systemic market failure, flash crash, or outage, what immediate fail-safe procedures do you have in place to protect your capital? That is not a person typing that. There is so many questions here, and it's starting to bother me a little bit because nobody uses these words.
When I do these things, they always Chat GPT and they copy and paste them 20,000 times. I'm just like...
yeah. That's we do a $50,000 Maven account.
They want the account, bro.
And I never pick somebody with all these massive, like, I might read the question, but you're not going to win if you're using Chat GPT. I prefer the guy that says, "What's your strategy?" Right? Because I know he typed that out, right?
Yeah.
Someone said mine is not AI.
Yeah, you're not using. I can't even to spell those words, man. Some of these people. So I think talking about that question though, I think that's the whole point of prop firms. If there's a total market collapse, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It's not your capital, not your worry,
Yeah, 100%. I think even like you say, like, I think what they mean is like those black swan events. I'm guessing like the Swissy.
Yeah, I remember
that type of thing happening. But like you say, like trading with props, and again, another reason why I will stick with props, because even if like people always go on about stop losses in high impact news and etc., and I'm always like, but if you're going to trade high impact news, you're going to have to expect to be slipped, and whether that is on a prop firm or whether that's on a personal account, it's the same thing. You're still going to get slipped. So what's the point in trading on a personal account that can slip your entire account when you can just trade with a prop and you know that you can't even trade that?
Yeah, totally. I got an interesting question. I do like this question here. Sudan. If your strategy stopped working tomorrow, what data would you analyze to understand what changed in the market and why your edge disappeared? Interesting question, right?
That is quite an interesting question. I think I definitely, like I mentioned in Q4, with my strategy just not working, I think in times like that, I tend to look at a different pair, because I've spent so long refining my strategy down to an absolute T. I'm not trying to mess with that anymore now. Like, it's taken me 10 years to get a perfect strategy that works for me. So if that stops working on GU, then I'll just start looking at something else. And that's kind of what I did during Q3. And it's only because GU started then kind of making sense again, I was like, right, let me just go back to GU. But if it changes, just go to a different pair.
Yeah,
there's so much stuff to trade. I mean, you can even trade individual stocks. I mean, there's so much stuff.
Like I think there's just so many options nowadays, like even futures.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was looking at getting into that. And I think if my strategy stopped working, let's say I saw like, I don't know, like 3 months in a row of I'm trying different pairs, I'm just trying something different, and it's just still not working. I think at that point, then I may like look into futures or maybe stock options or something else, because I know that my strategy is applicable across the board. It's not just Forex. So I think, I'd probably just have a look at another pair. If that's not working, then I'd go to futures or something.
Yeah. It's kind of like the concept of like trend hopping, right? Like if Bitcoin is ranging, but gold is pumping, and you want to make some easy money, like, why are you sitting trying to trade the range when you're a trend trader? You know what I mean?
100%.
Like range, I think range trading is so incredibly hard.
It is.
Because maybe it's not, honestly, I don't know, but
I think, do you know what? I remember my first FTMO account like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I passed that, and I actually got a payout from that trading a range, and I did it I just realized that price was bumping. it literally was moving sideways. So I was like, right, okay, as soon as it gets here, I'm going to sell. Gets here, I'm going to buy. And it worked for a while. But then after that payout, I blew the account. I think it does mess with your psychology.
Yeah.
Like it'll work for a bit. And then when it comes out of the range, then your brain's kind of just like, shit, what do I do now?
Yeah. I have just not a huge piece of data, but I believe most traders trade some sort of range-based thing. The only idea that I have that kind of backs that up is I was looking at a while back, like the number of blown accounts, basically that would happen, and I was trying to correlate them week by week with the gold price, right? And basically, you've seen this range, and traders would make money when it rejected off of the levels, right? But if it broke through a level, you would see a bunch of breaches, right? So I think in theory, like everyone is a range trader. They're like buying and selling these levels, trying to play the reverse direction. And then exactly what you said is when it does break out, everyone blows their account.
Yeah. Yeah. I think trading is just so psychologically demanding. And I think people need to normalize taking breaks from trading. Like trading constantly every single day, it's not good for anyone, I don't think.
2 years of trading, still not making any money. What should we do?
Back test, journal, stick to the plan. Like I said, it's taken me 10 years to get here. Like you've literally just got started.
Yeah, 2 years is early, right? It's like going to get your doctorate, and
I agree.
After 2 years saying, I still don't know how to do surgery.
Yeah.
But I think as well, people need to appreciate prop firms for what they are now. Like you can get accounts for so cheap.
Yeah.
Like when we started trading, it wasn't a thing. Like we had to have our own capital or nothing. You can now get accounts for like what, $50 or less.
Yeah.
Just practice.
Yeah, I think it cost me tens of thousands of dollars in order to learn.
1000%.
You have to deposit $1,000.
Yeah.
You blow it all slowly over time. I never actually fully blew an account, but loss sort of thing, right? And you can't from where I was trading, like you've got 30-to-1 leverage, right? Like Oanda or something, right?
Yeah.
And so like $1,000 is like bare minimum to trade with
literally
that sort of leverage, right?
Yeah. I think even that is like maximum is like 0.5.
Yeah, basically you're trading with bare minimum, and
that
that money burns out pretty quick. So to the luxury of only having to spend a few thousand instead of tens of thousands in order to learn it's quite nice. Now, mind you, a lot more people it's a lot more accessible, so prop firms are making pretty good money, right? Because you can start with $10 now, basically, right? So
literally,
yeah.
But do you think not pass rate? Do you think the success rate is better on prop firms or personal?
What was that? Sorry, I was just interrupted.
Do you think the success is better on prop firms or personal?
1000% prop firms, I think. Okay. I think the psychological difference in trading prop to personal is like it's just night and day. Yeah. Like with a prop firm, you can blow that prop firm account, buy a new one, pass it in 3 days, and get a 10K payout the next day. Yeah. With a personal account, that is not possible.
It's gone. Yeah, the money is gone.
The interesting thing about prop firms is it is a completely different style of trading than trading a personal. Because on the personal account, you do 100% have to be profitable and generate a large amount of alpha, right? Over an extended period of time. Like, the small amount of alpha is not significant enough in order to actually make you any money, right? With a prop firm, you can have winning sprees that generate a significant amount of profit in a small period of time. You can make insane payouts, and then that'll cover all of your money, all of your expenses for an entire year, right? And then do nothing and just keep blowing accounts. If you continue to blow accounts on your personal, right? Like the important thing about the prop firm is more about the winning streaks rather than actually being profitable.
Yeah.
Right. So you can be an unprofitable trader and still make insane money, which is really, really cool. Now, I don't know if that's the best advice, but
I find it so funny though, like as traders, like us who are like on social media and have a personal brand in the space, I find it so funny that we're the people that people look to for advice. And it's not even just trading advice. Like people come to me for like just general life advice. And I'm like, I am not the person to be asking. I think all of us as traders, we all have like some type of degeneracy. Like none of us are really normal, I feel like.
Yeah. I like to talk about how, you know, I believe every single trader enters the space because we are all degenerate gamblers, basically, that want that fast money. We're all dopamine addicts.
Delusional.
Right? All delusional. And then the only way that you're ever going to be profitable is becoming a completely different person and becoming this, you know, calm, centered, grounded sort of person that no longer cares about the fast money. And it's a complete crazy shift because you have to change who you are in order to be, because the thing is, you would never start trading if you were already that calm person, right?
1000%.
So it is only these crackhead sort of energies that need to calm down. But
we're all like neurodivergent as well. We've all got something wrong.
Yes. All right, as I like to say, crackhead energy. But yeah, ADHD.
Yeah, literally,
right?
we are literally. I say that to my kids. Actually, I'm like, you lot are little crackheads running around. But no, we are.
So it kind of makes sense if somebody's asking you just general life advice. Like you as a trader have probably gone through such a change in emotional shift that you might actually be pretty good at giving advice.
Do you know what? I think I am pretty good at giving advice, to be fair. I'm really bad at taking my own advice. That's why it's taken so long to get here.
Yeah. Hey, James.
It's easy to give it to someone, but when you like, it happens to you, like, oh man, just shrug off the loss, and you're like, shit, I've just got this fund account now, I'm 2% in drawdown. It's a lot more difficult for sure.
But to my student, I'm like, why are you risking 2%?
Yeah.
Hey James, I think exactly. You know how you said you got into that short too early.
Yeah.
I think I got into the long too early. And we
I
did the
got
exact
into
same
short
thing.
early, and then I got the short later on. So one of my accounts is down today. But oh, did you take the short? Did you take the long?
I took the long aggressively and then just got stopped out of it super fast.
Yeah, geez, that was
but exactly what you said too is like I've got my personal account that's just constantly long. So
yeah.
I don't actually trade
I
it.
love that.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions on your mind that you want to? Should we do a would you rather?
Yeah.
Oh, we do this too on our podcast.
Yeah. Oh, you do it too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather trade trend lines or ICT?
Trend lines. Let me think about that.
Yeah.
ICT is my best friend, really.
Yeah. Yeah, James, just speak up.
Let's think of one. Yeah. Would you rather, if you're thinking 10 years in the future, would you rather be scalping still, day trading, or would you rather be swing trading?
Oh, swing trading. I do not want to lose any more mental capacity from trading. I'm trying to get out.
I always think about this. Yeah. Hunter, it's kind of like where you are right now as well. Like when I'm 50, I don't want to be scalping, dude. I already got no hair.
It's an interesting thing. I'd love to get Trader Sumo on here because he was kind of a mentor of mine, and he told me way back that he's like, hey, I used to be like you. I used to want to day trade. And he's like, the older you get, the more you realize what's the point of trading? The point of trading is to spend less time sitting in front of the chart so you can live your life. So why are you like, why do you care? Right. So
100.
I'm starting to see what he was talking about. You know, a few years back, he told me this. It's like, now I just only look at the daily candles. Right. I'm like, that makes sense to me. Right. So
I think think it's important as well as traders. I think we all need to have something outside of trading. So I think like we say, like we obviously come into traders because we have some type of crackhead delusional thoughts that helps us to think that we can do this. So I think once we prove to ourselves that we can do this, I think it's really important to diversify into something that can pay you over time. So whether that's like starting a business, whether that's investing, just something outside of trading that is your retirement plan. Sure. Because no one wants to trade forever.
Yeah. 10 years. 10 years to get profitable, 10 years to make money.
Yeah.
Go to 40.
That's perfect.
Here's another one. Bitcoin for 10 years. Bitcoin or gold?
Yeah. For 10 years, eh? Bitcoin? Yeah. Now what about for 1 year?
1 year, yeah.
For this year, 2026. For 2026.
Gold.
Jeez.
Gold, yeah.
I've been calling crypto shorts for ages. So now they're happening. I'm like, I love that.
It's like 50-50 kind of on my mind where we are right now, if it's going to go up or down for the next year.
Yeah.
Gold will go up, right? So
Yeah. Jeez.
It's given.
Exactly. Gold's a safe haven. So whatever happens, gold's going up.
Okay. So I got one more for you. Would you rather trade only 10K personal accounts, or sorry, prop firm accounts, or trade your own money?
I'm gonna say
and like you can't stack them. Like you can't have like 100 10Ks. You know what I mean? Just 10K.
Okay, maybe my own money then.
Yeah.
I'd try to flip then.
Then just swing trade
it. You'd have to send it on the 10K prop firm. That's for sure.
Yeah, every day.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just, I can't be bothered. I haven't traded 10K in so long. I just don't even want to think about it back.
Wow. Yeah, you'd have to send it.
Literally full port NFP. Let's go.
What account size are you trading then with the prop firms? 100Ks mainly.
100K, 200Ks.
Yeah. Easy. I like also 100K is pretty easy. You know, okay, I'm up 1,000, I'm up 1%.
Yeah. I think at the moment, I've realised that 100Ks work loads better for my psychology. And I think that's just because like I don't come from money. Like everything I have, I've built myself. So I think my psychology is currently in line with 100K accounts. 200K accounts I've had payouts from, but then I end up blowing them. So I'm just like, I think that's a little bit out there for me at the moment.
Trading is actually pretty wild when you think of it. I mean, if you have a 200K account and you make 2% in a day, I mean, that's $4,000. That's a lot of money in a day, you know?
But as traders, we're like, oh, it's only 2%. I was aiming 6%. Like, what?
That's what
I agree with you. Those 200, I actually do better on like 100Ks and 50K accounts personally than the 200Ks. That's from my own experience as well.
Yeah. It's so strange.
It is weird.
I think the only thing I can put it down to is just I've never seen that amount of money before. So my brain's just like, what do we do with it?
Yeah.
Right, Mads. I appreciate the time you took here. Really awesome. Great podcast. Where can we find you?
So Twitter, Mads the Trader, and on Instagram, mads.thetrader, and also the Rise podcast on YouTube and socials.
You said the Rise podcast?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I'm also going to link Mads' Twitter in the Discord, and the winner of the 50K account will be posted in the Discord. If you don't win, you can check out maventrading.com for your own challenge. Thank you, Mads.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck with your trading. Bless the kids and everything. Have a good day. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Yes.